Have you ever been sitting next to her, close enough to feel her energy, and something just felt different? Like the air between you two got heavier. No confession, no text, no, hey, I like you, kajse. Just this quiet, electric tension that made your whole chest tighten. That moment right there, that wasn't your imagination running wild. That was communication. The kind that never uses words. See, most guys are out here waiting for a girl to straight up say, I'm into you. But real attraction? It never announces itself that loud. It whispers. It moves through her fingertips, her posture, the way she can't seem to keep her hands still when you're around. And if you don't know what to look for, you're gonna miss every single sign she's been throwing your way. Welcome to Dark Psychology, where we decode what the human mind refuses to say out loud. Today we're breaking down 10 things a girl touches in front of you and what it actually means on a deep psychological and emotional level. No fluff, no filler. Just raw, science-backed truth that's going to change how you read every interaction from this point forward. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're never going to look at a woman the same way again. Let's get into it. Sign number 1, her clothing or sleeves. Pay close attention here because this one looks so innocent that most guys completely blow past it. When a girl is into you, even if she hasn't fully admitted it to herself yet, she becomes hyper-aware of her own appearance the second you walk into her space. So what does she do? She starts adjusting, tugging at her sleeves, smoothing out her shirt, fixing something that was never even out of place to begin with. Now here's the psychology behind it. Her brain is screaming, I want to look good for him, but her mouth isn't ready to say that yet. So her hands take over. It's nervous energy mixed with subconscious desire, and it leaks out through those small, almost invisible adjustments. Picture this. You're both at a coffee break. Conversation is flowing easy. She's laughing and smiling. Then out of nowhere, she glances down and lightly tugs at the hem of her sweater. Doesn't say anything, keeps smiling. But that little movement right there, that was her body reacting to your energy. She's not fixing fabric, she's adjusting her confidence for you. And that distinction right there is everything. Sign number 2, her neck. All right, listen up because this one is elite level body language and most people completely miss it. The neck is one of the most vulnerable zones on the entire human body. It's sensitive, it's exposed, and instinctively, people protect it. So when a girl willingly brushes her fingers across her neck around you, that's not a random movement, that's trust in motion. She's dropping her guard. She's opening up even if she doesn't consciously realize she's doing it. In body language psychology, touching the neck signals a blend of nervousness and raw attraction. It's a physiological response, her body increasing sensitivity and oxygen flow because she's emotionally activated by your presence. The neck touch is basically her subconscious whispering, you make me feel something I'm not ready to say out loud yet. So next time you're with her and her hand drifts up to her neck, don't overlook it. That soft, lingering motion is louder than any confession she could make. Sign number 3, her legs or thighs. Now this one is subtle, but it is loaded. Have you ever noticed a girl shifting her position when you sit near her? Maybe running her hand lightly across her leg, crossing and uncrossing them with this quiet, slow rhythm. Looks casual, right? Looks like she's just getting comfortable? Wrong. When a woman is attracted to someone, she becomes deeply aware of her own body, specifically how she appears to that person. So those gentle, almost unconscious movements aren't about discomfort. They're about presence. She's drawing your attention toward her without ever being obvious about it. It's confidence and subtle sensuality wrapped into one gesture. And here's where it gets real. If she's doing this while maintaining eye contact, laughing at your jokes and leaning slightly in your direction, that's a triple signal. Her entire body is aligning itself toward you. The thighs aren't just legs, man. They're emotional territory. And when she lets you near them, even through a glance, you are closer than you think. Sign number 4, her lips. Okay, we need to talk about this one because it hits different. There is something almost hypnotic about the way a woman interacts with her lips when she's around someone she's attracted to. She might bite them softly, press them together, trace her finger across them, or slowly and deliberately apply lip balm like she's the only 2 people in the room. And yeah, to the untrained eye, it looks totally innocent. But here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. The lips are one of the most sensually expressive parts of the human body. When she touches them in front of you, it's a psychological signal, a subconscious invitation. Her body is reacting to the chemistry between you two, and her lips become the outlet for what she's feeling but isn't saying. She's not thinking, let me bite my lips so he notices. No, she's feeling something intense and it's leaking out. So if you're in a conversation and she's slowly, deliberately running lip balm across her mouth, that's not self-care, that's an invitation. Her body is asking you, are you paying attention? And now you are. Yo, real quick before we keep going. If this is already blowing your mind, just wait until the end of this video because we're about to go even deeper. Hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell so you never miss a dark psychology breakdown. We drop content that most people are not ready for. Okay, back to it. Sign number 5, her collar or necklace. Here's one that looks so small it's almost invisible, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. When she starts playing with her necklace, rolling the pendant between her fingers, adjusting the chain along her collarbone, or softly tugging at the collar of her shirt, that is not boredom. That is her emotions stirring while she tries to appear completely unbothered. See, the collar and necklace zone sits right at the edge of her throat and chest, both incredibly intimate areas. When she draws attention to that space in front of you, it's a subconscious mix of nervous excitement and desire to be noticed. Fiddling with jewelry is also a classic self-soothing behavior in psychology. It means her emotions are running hot, but she's doing everything in her power to play it cool. Picture this. You say something that makes her laugh, and as she's smiling, her hand drifts absently to her necklace, tugging lightly at the chain. She looks down for a second, smiles, looks back at you. That moment right there, that's attraction wrapped in innocence. Her body is inviting your attention, but only from you. Sign number 6, her hair. Okay, this one is probably the most well-known on this list, but most people still don't fully understand what's happening psychologically. Playing with her hair gives her nervous hands something to do. It's a natural release for emotional energy that has nowhere else to go. But more than that, it's a grooming display. In psychology, it's called a pining gesture, an instinctive behavior that happens in the presence of someone desirable. When she twirls her hair, flips it to one side, or keeps tucking that same lock behind her ear over and over, even when her hair is already perfectly out of the way, her body is rehearsing the words her mouth won't say. The act of touching her hair also draws your eyes to her face, her eyes, her smile, her neck. She's not doing this consciously, but her subconscious? It knows exactly what it's doing. So the next time she keeps fixing hair that doesn't need fixing while she's talking to you, that's not a styling habit, that's her heartbeat showing. Sign number 7, her ears or earrings. This one flies completely under the radar, and that's exactly why it's so powerful. When a girl starts tugging gently on her earring, twisting it between her fingers, or repeatedly tucking her hair behind her ear while glancing at you, her nervous system is in overdrive. Psychologists call this self-adapter behavior, touching parts of the body to manage internal emotional arousal. In plain language, you're affecting her so much that her hands are trying to calm her down. The ears sit close to the neck, close to the face, both high sensitivity zones. So when she keeps drawing attention there, especially with that subtle, repetitive motion, it's her body managing the butterflies while also guiding your gaze toward her face. And if she pairs that with a bashful smile or slightly lowered eyes, you're not just in her orbit, man. You are the center of it. Sign number 8, her phone. Now this one is next level because in 2025, her phone behavior around you tells you everything. Here's what most people get wrong. They think if she's constantly picking up her phone, tapping the screen, setting it back down, she's distracted or uninterested. But flip that logic. If she really didn't care about you, she'd be lost in that screen, scrolling, texting, completely checked out. But when she keeps touching her phone without actually using it, picking it up, flipping it over, tapping the edge, setting it down, picking it right back up again, that's not boredom, that's emotional friction. Her nervous system is activated by your presence and her phone becomes a psychological crutch. Something for her hands to do so she doesn't give away how intensely she's feeling. She might even glance at the screen and smile, but trust, it's not the phone making her smile. It's you. The phone is a prop, a distraction because of you, not from you. When she's handling her phone like it's suddenly the most fascinating object alive but never actually using it, that's a storm she's trying to calm, and you're the reason for the weather. Bonus sign, her fingers when she has nothing to hold. Watch this one carefully because most men never catch it. When she's sitting with you and she's got nothing in her hands, no phone, no drink, no bag, what do her fingers do? If she starts rubbing them lightly together, touching the tips of her nails or tapping them against each other softly, that's not nervous boredom. That is emotional energy with nowhere to go. Psychologists call these displacement behaviors, small repetitive motions that manage attraction and arousal when emotions get too big to contain. Her hands are reacting because you are affecting her. And if she's doing this while holding eye contact and laughing softly with her fingers gently tracing along her palm, that isn't subtle flirting anymore. That's emotional overflow. When she doesn't know what to say, her hands say it for her. Bonus sign 2, her ankles or feet. Yeah, I know. This one sounds wild. But hear me out because this might be the most honest signal on this entire list. Foot and ankle movements are controlled by the least conscious muscles in the body, which means when they move, it's usually the truth slipping out. If she's sitting near you and her feet are restless, crossing and uncrossing her ankles, lightly swaying her foot, or pointing her toes in your direction, even when her upper body is turned away, that's a subconscious directional cue of interest. Her body is already leaning toward you before her mind has even made the decision. And if she starts slowly dipping the toe of her shoe or slipping it halfway off, that is a classic body language signal of sensual comfort and flirtation. So the next time you think she seems completely calm and unbothered, look down, because her feet might be revealing the emotional storm her words are trying to hide. Here's the truth. Every single one of these touches, the sleeve tug, the neck graze, the lip bite, the hair twirl, the restless feet, none of these are accidents. They are emotional codes, subconscious confessions rooted in vulnerability, desire, and attraction that the conscious mind hasn't caught up to yet. And here's the thing. Once you learn to read this language, you will never have to sit there wondering, is she into me? Ever again. Because the answer is always written in her body, in those tiny, quiet, almost invisible movements she makes when you walk into the room. Attraction doesn't scream, it whispers, but now you know exactly how to listen.